Well, good morning to all the rest of the garbage out there. How are you today? You know what I'm talking about, right? Biden's reference to Trump supporters as garbage. Is that worse than deplorables or whatever? Is he really trying to destroy Harris's campaign? It could be. I mean, I know they've been saying that for a while, but man, this guy is not always the idiot that people make him out to be. He still has some conniving sharpness back there in the back. So anyway, that's what they think. We're coming up. What is it? 6 days till the election, and my thoughts are going towards, of course, what happens uh, as we approach it. What else is going to happen? What more surprises do we have in store? Uh, I hope we have some on our side. I know the other side will. They're throwing out everything. Nazi this, Hitler that. I mean, the same thing they always do, and the reason that they do it is because they're appealing to the ignorant class, none of which are you all, but the ignorant seem to occupy such a large space in our country. It's just amazing, isn't it? I don't think that people were this stupid when I was growing up, or this detached, or this self-absorbed, or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, we're they look at us as garbage. You know what this does is it gives us an opportunity um, to interact with all of those the middle ground, and you probably know some. This is how we fight back. We fight back with votes, and let me just say again in here, don't pay attention to these weak-willed, weak-minded people that will tell you that voting doesn't matter. These are people who are simply too lazy to do it. I've said before, they're intellectually lazy, they're emotionally weak. They want to excuse their non-involvement by saying that it doesn't matter, because being involved in anything takes some energy, it takes some thought, it takes a little strength, doesn't it? It takes strength to stand up and take a side. And you know what? When there are two sides, one is more right than the other, and the refusal to stand against the side that's worse is actually helping that side. So don't be misled. If you see a comment pop up on here to that accord, voting doesn't matter. Two wings to the same bird. It's all they're selected, not elected. Blah 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 blah. Just realize that if you see it before I have a chance to delete it, because I can't stand that kind of idiocy and laziness on my channel. Just realize that's who it comes from. And if you're one of those leaving that, shame on you. Grow up and grow a pair. Seriously, stand for something, man. So anyway, what this does is we have a whole bunch of people in kind of the middle ground, the undecided, which means unthinking, but they haven't decided who they're going to vote for yet, right? This is the middle ground that we always fight for. This gives you the opportunity as you come into conversations with these people. If you really want to be a part of the solution, and my question is, where are all the fighters? Where are all the fighters? That, I mean, there's plenty out there, but we got a lot more complainers than we have fighters, and this gives an opportunity for the complainers to become fighters by interacting with the people that they think they might be able to sway in this upcoming election. And that is simply man, can you believe that he called us garbage? And they'll say, what? Well, yeah. Didn't you hear that President Biden, and you can say that acting as if you're showing him respect, President Biden. Yes, President Biden called all Trump supporters garbage. I just can't go along with that. I tell you what, this kind of thing is the kind of thing that can actually persuade people to vote one way or another, because they're the ones who are persuaded by to go against Trump by well, he's this and he's that and he says bad things and all that. So use these things, right? Uh, we're coming into a time that's going to be one of the more interesting times, I think, in our history. Whichever way it comes down, I've said this before, others have said it. I didn't invent this thought. Uh, that if regardless of who wins, this country is really sitting on a powder keg, and it's going to force people to eventually either take a stand or get on the train, and we will see. So I put up the one yesterday about who should be able to vote, and coming out of this next election, if Trump wins, there has to be a whole lot of very bedrock changes. We have to we have to take America back to the way that it used to be and was supposed to be. And don't give me that for the next whiner that comes on. America was based on slavery. Get over it, man. Get over it. Yeah. Gee, you know what? America's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We do the best, and America has been the best country in the world for a long time. Well, you can decide whether you think it still is the best. And we'll use different parameters for that measurement. But there's no place that I've ever wanted to rather live, and America has done a lot of good. And the promise of America used to be a real promise. And if we're going to take it back to that point, it's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take fighting. And I'm going to be interested to see how many people out there are really willing to stand up and say what they think and fight. Whether it's, and I don't mean fight. Don't go get your boom boom. I'm not talking about that. I mean standing up and expressing your opinion and making it public and standing against people who are on the opposite side. And we don't have to do it in a mean way, because you don't win people by being mean. You do it by expressing your presenting facts. Okay, I was going to say expressing your opinion, but your opinion has to be based on facts, unlike theirs. And intelligent people will be able to be persuaded. Unintelligent people are always going to be Democrats. Yeah, that was a little joke. I used to be a Democrat. I was unintelligent. Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. So we will see. Do what you can. We got 6 days to do what we can, and we're going to see what we need to do next. All right? All right. You all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.